If you're still asking, where do you see yourself in 5 years? It's time to let that one go. It's outdated, it's vague, and honestly, it tells you more about what a candidate thinks you want to hear more than what you're actually aiming to gain by asking this question. Let's talk about why this question doesn't work, and let's see what to ask instead. Hey professionals, I'm Nami from Interview Experts, and this is Nail the Interview, the podcast that helps you master the interview process, whether you're hiring or job hunting. Today's episode is especially for hiring managers and anyone who's ever asked that question, expecting to uncover some kind of truth about ambition or commitment. Spoiler alert, it just doesn't work. But there's a better way for you to get to know what you're trying to uncover. So let's pull this question apart. Why does this question miss the mark? Most people answer this question with some sort of variation. I'd like to grow within the company, maybe take on more responsibility. You've heard it 100 times. It's safe, it's generic, and it doesn't actually help you assess their alignment with motivation or potential. The problem? You're asking people to predict a future they don't even have any idea about yet, especially if your company hasn't clearly defined that future either. So, what are you actually trying to find out? Most of the time, you're not trying to test their psychic abilities. You're trying to gauge, will they stick around? Are they ambitious? Do they want what this role offers? Or will they outgrow this role too quickly? But here's the thing. There are better questions to ask for all of that. Here's what to ask instead. 3 questions that will give you real insight and make your interview stronger. What kind of work keeps you engaged long term? This shows you what drives them, not just what they think you want to hear. Where have you felt challenged or stretched in your career so far? You'll learn how they grow and what kind of support they actually need. If this role goes really well, what might your next step look like for you? Now, can you see that's the same future-focused curiosity, but it's grounded in this job, this particular role. It's not some abstract 5-year plan. And do you know what candidates actually hear when you ask, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? They panic because they don't know what the right answer is, worry that honesty might actually cost them the role, and say something vague and rehearsed just so they can move on. This is how you end up with polished answers that actually tell you nothing at all. So, what does this mean for your hiring process? The best interview questions are grounded in roles, not hypotheticals. They help you understand the fit of this candidate for your position, not some weird fantasy. And it gives the candidate the room and the space for them to be real with you, not just give you an answer they've rehearsed 100 times in front of the mirror. When you replace outdated questions with better ones, your interviews become more conversational, more revealing, and honestly, so much more enjoyable for both of you. Let's take it back a step. Let's reframe your role as an interviewer. You're not a gatekeeper, you're a matchmaker, trying to figure out if this role, this person, and this company make sense together. So let's ditch the stock questions. Let's get curious. Let's ask better, then we hire better. If you've been using the 5-year question out of habit, please don't beat yourself up. Let's replace it with something stronger, starting today. If this episode gave you something to think about, please share it with someone else who interviews or drop it in your team chat. And if you want help refining your interview processes or building questions that get to the good stuff, head to interviewexperts.com.au. And until next time, ask better, hire better, and let's nail that interview.